Joining me live to talk about this in the wake of his column on the NDTV website that's already gone viral. It's one of the most read pieces on the NDTV website, and I urge you to go and read it as quickly as you can. Rasheed Kidwai, avid Congress watcher, columnist, best-selling author. Rasheed bhai, welcome. Thank you for being with me. I am in a little bit of disbelief, and after one reads your columns, one is always a little open-mouthed with the details that you provide, Rasheed, that the Rajya Sabha election is the priority for the Congress party rather than dealing with the house on fire.
Yeah, so I think Shiv, since post Bihar verdict, there was a lot of speculation, particularly in media, what will happen to Congress. Prime Minister also spoke, but on the contrary, you see the Congress leadership is very well entrenched and very comfortable because Shiv, they have this kind of thing. They can reward loyalty, and there are Rajya Sabha elections are coming. Remember, the elections are in actually April, but sort of nominations that all take place in February, and end of December. There is a lot of political parties observe what is considered as a inauspicious period. So this is a time, and Parliament session is also coming, winter session. So this is very good time for lobbying, and that is where the carrot is being offered. That look, if you fall in line, then they will be you will be rewarded, and therefore the attention within the party, I'm saying, has deflected. Nobody's talking about accountability. Nobody's talking about what happened in Bihar. And Shiv, very quickly, I want to, through you, NDTV viewers, that look, since 96, Congress has lost many elections. There were 4, committees that were headed by A.K. Antony. And there, every time he would give a report, and that report is gathering dust. In 2023, the Congress lost in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, and there were again many panels were there. These panel reports have not even been submitted. The people who wrote it, they're waiting for the audience. So this is the state of affairs. I think the idea for the Congress is to close ranks, and this time something very interesting is happening, that the people around Rahul Gandhi, they want to be rewarded because they know that maybe things may not be good in next Rajya Sabha election when that takes place after 2 years. So you will see very new faces, and I would say I am very reluctant to say that you will see that a lot of failed politicians getting rewarded.
Incredible. And another new thing I had never heard of before, Rasheed, from your column, was this Jai-Jagat gang. Please tell us what it is. We've taken information from your piece, and put it on our screen. We're showing our viewers what the Jai-Jagat gang means. But please explain to us what it is, because it appears that this entire fight over the Rajya Sabha seats now is between this Jai-Jagat gang that surrounds Rahul Gandhi and the veterans from the old guard.
Yeah, so it is very well-known thing. A lot of people in the Congress who know they are part of it, or they are against it. So there is a kind of group, political leaders, who call themselves as members of Jai-Jagat to support this, and the WhatsApp group also, Jai-Jagat WhatsApp group. There are sort of people, when you say Jai Hind or Namaste or whatever, they say Jai-Jagat. So Jai-Jagat is a common thread, which Jai-Jagat would mean prosperity for the whole world, but here it is perhaps for the more self-oriented. These are the people, and Shiv, I've gone through. I don't want to take names because you're showing photos. See, many of them, they believe in this kind of social justice, inclusiveness, and things that are close to Rahul Gandhi's heart. So it's like a charm circle. Now, many of them don't have roots in the Congress. They are like sort of lateral entry, and there are people who actually take some kind of pride in not being traditional khadi, topi, that kind of politician. So there's a bit of a tussle, and therefore there are many people. We all know about G23. There are a lot of people who are very unhappy. But Congress party, Shiv, at this point of time is a group of people who are happy to be unhappy, because the resources are not with them. Prime Minister may say this, unless he decides to informally fund Congress party, there is no way that there can be a split in Congress, because the split, you need to split the AICC member, the PCC members, and there's a total stranglehold of Gandhi's also, to say, the leadership. Now the other thing comes is that about resources. How do you run a political party? Now, all the resources are also with the leadership. So it's a very, I remember there was one time when the G23 was meeting, they had met at a lawyer's house, and a very prominent lawyer, you and me, we know very well. And so they all turned to him. They said, you fund it and we can float a party. And that lawyer, of course, decided that he left the party also. What I'm saying is running a political party, forming a political party is not an easy thing. Aam Aadmi Party came because of movement and all, but a party like Congress, because remember, every time Congress was in difficulty in 1969, 1977, even 1996, it split in 1960 smaller groups. But post 2014, there is no split. 150 leaders of Congress have documented them. 150 people have left in regular intervals, which is a very telling commentary. Congress is bleeding white, but the leadership is not worried.
Final question, Rasheed. Like the Udaipur excursion that took place a couple of years ago, is there going to be some major introspective camp or any exercise, to actually do a post-mortem of what happened in Bihar, or are we not going to see that at all?
I think, Shiv, only thing I can say that you are being very optimistic. See, the Udaipur deliberations have not got out of a senior leader's laptop. So there is no discussion. It's there in his laptop, and that's it. So, there is no accountability, and leaders also don't, because this works as a sort of, there is a fortress approach, and they think that if they start fixing accountability, then the buck will stop at, someone at the top. So, party general secretary in charge, ICC general secretary in charge of various states and all, they have a kind of, quid pro quo, and they don't allow any kind of, change. You may have noticed that during against Narasimha Rao, Arjun Singh used to have a, signature campaign. It's very simple, Shiv. Very quickly, I'll tell you. 10% of AICC delegates can force a special session of AICC, which used to take place during Narasimha Rao's time. 4-5 times it happened, but not once during, Sonia Gandhi time, Rahul Gandhi time, and even Mr. Kharge, who's a president. Because Mr. Kharge's all energies are to become leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha. Bizarre it may sound, he's Congress president, but he's angling to continue his lease in as a Rajya Sabha member, as leader of opposition. So if this is a state of party, then very little can be done.
It's really, really quite depressing. And, 2026 is a big, big election year where the Congress is is not a fringe contender. It's a big contender in all of those elections. One just wonders how battle ready it is going to be after Bihar if it doesn't really look within. Rasheed Kidwai, always a pleasure. Go to the ndtv.com website, read Rasheed Kidwai's column and all his back columns. You will get the best possible perspective on the grand old party and contemporary politics in India. Rasheed Kidwai, thank you very much for being with me tonight.